Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty the Crappy Crafter. Today we're going to be working on a craft Kitsune box. So this one I think was a gel dip, UV gel dip. It's kind of like, well actually it's kind of like a UV gel nail stuff, like a... Anyways, you'll see when we get into it, it's like a really heavy duty thick UV resin. I'm excited. I've done a kind of dip thing before, but I've never actually used a dip gel. I've always just used regular either nail gels, like they come in a bottle, or I've tried some that come in a little tub. So I'm hoping that this will be as easy as pie, as it were. I don't know why I said that. That's a really weird one. It's an old one. Anyways, so let's get right into it. All right, let's just get right into the box and see what we have. We've got some beading wire in a 24 gauge, the UV dip in a clear, and it is resin. And this is resin, UV resin in 3 colors. A ring mandrel in very small sizes, the brown flocking powder, some small gold beads, and the pamphlet telling you how to use the stuff, some ideas, some patterns, the supply list. Now let's get right into it. I am going to screw this first one up so bad. So I'm gonna make, or try to make, a sunflower. I'm not entirely sure what the hell I'm thinking when I'm trying to put these together later, but it doesn't go well. It does not go well. Making the petals is fine. Putting them together was not so fine. So we're gonna take these round, perfectly round rings, and we're going to stretch them out. We're gonna put a little bit of a tip on the end of them. I'm doing the same thing she did with her petals for her sunflower. I was so excited that the tutorial was actually available for this when I was ready. I'm gonna use my thumbnail to hold it open while I'm pinching the tips so that it stays open. Now, when you're dipping, make sure you dip all the way in. If you do not completely cover the opening, it won't keep the film. The film will break, and it won't look cool. On the second one, you can see I don't dip it in quite all the way. And it doesn't really work the way it's supposed to. See, it breaks there. But it gets there eventually. I'm only giving them a quick cure here so they don't move or get weird or flow into a different position. And then I will use my big giant UV lamp to give them a proper cure. And the instructions say the cure 3 minutes on both sides. I think I did that. I definitely cured them on both sides, but it may have only been 2 minutes on each side. I'm not sure. Either way. Now I'm going to use the yellow UV resin and give them a pop of color, a very small pop of color, because this UV resin is very it's not very opaque, which is fine because UV resin can't be very opaque, or it kind of defeats the purpose of it being a UV resin. So, but it's okay. One of the things I could have done with this as well, instead of using the dip gel, I could have put out, theoretically, I thought about this while I was editing. I could have put a layer of the yellow UV resin down on a flat surface and kind of dipped the wire into that, and then just had solid yellow petals. But It wouldn't have been, it also would not have been so thick. Some of these are thick. Oh, here comes the beginning of the end for this flower. The next flower, I make 2 flowers. The next flower is so much better. Definitely worth the wait. This flower, I'm just trying to twist them together. And it's just, at this point, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to buzz through this really, really fast because I didn't even keep my hands in center anyways. So you can't see what I'm doing. I've been doing this for years. One would think that I would keep an eye on my monitor to see where my hands are, but no, of course not. I can't do anything like that. I gotta screw it up, right? Anyways, so they're all moving and wiggling. I did use another piece of wire to try to hold them all together, but it just wasn't working. Here, I'm going to dollop on some of that bright pink resin, and then we'll cure it good. I also put some on the back, which I didn't get it. I technically filmed it, but you couldn't see it, so I was just like, can't see it, didn't happen. But it did happen. I did put more UV resin on the back to try to hold all the stalks together, as it were. All the wires together. Here, I'm just gonna mix up some of the flocking powder with some UV resin, and then we'll give it a real good cure, and yeah, it'll be done. Yeah, that's a special looking flower. Yeah. So, I have made a whole bunch of different petals. I decided to make an African violet. A fancy African violet. Most African violets that aren't fancy have like 5 petals, I think. 5 big petals around their central, pistils and stamens or whatever. I don't know. I haven't taken plant biology in years. I don't remember what anything's called. The petals around their sex bits. But some fancy African violets have up to 10 petals, possibly even 15, but I didn't want to try to go that far. So I made some not round petals because they're supposed to be all floofy and, oh, and look at this. 16 years old? 16 years old. You have to be 16 years old or older to use this wire? Are you kidding me? I have been using wire like that since I was like 10. 16 years old, whatever. Anyways, so I am eventually only going to put 4 petals in the center. Not that you can see it because I'm doing such a good job of keeping my hands in frame. Anyways, so I'm going to end up using 4 petals for the center. And I use some of the dip gel right in the middle to hold them all together, along with 2 of the second largest gold beads. They're not really beads, they don't have holes in them. Little gold pearls? I don't know. But we use 2 of those to pretend to be the flower's sex bits. And we'll give that a real good cure. And then we'll put 5 of the bigger ones on. And one at a time, because I'm not going to try to do what I did last time. Oh, that just did not work. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but there's probably a lot of better ways to do this. But I have a bad habit of making life difficult for myself, so this is what we do. And remember, this is resin, so please wear your gloves. And it stinks, so please wear, a respirator. But look at how pretty that is. Look at how pretty that is. The second one came out so much better. You can't see the gradient though. I get myself a little cotton round, chop a hole in it, shove it through so that you can kind of sort of see the gradient. But the yellow is just too little. Well, those came out super cute. Well, the second one came out super cute, the first one not so much. So I tried to do a sunflower, I tried to do it my own way, and Whew, that was bad. That was just bad. Bad. But then I decided to do a little African violet, and the little fancy African violet came out much cuter. Look how cute that is. Has a lot cuter. And let's put some white behind it so you can really see the gradient from the yellow to the pink. It's hard to see, but I think they came out super cute. This one in particular came out super cute. This one is okay, but you know how it is. I haven't wire wrapped in years. I haven't done this method in years. So, and I've never worked with flocking powder on resin. That's not true. No, I had a flocking mat with a kit. Have I had flocking powder before? I don't remember. Anyways, not so cute. Super cute. I really enjoyed this kit. This one took me quite a while to do because, you know, you gotta make all the wires, and then you have to dip all the wires, and then you have to color. So it probably would have worked a little bit better. I mean, you wouldn't have been able to get the gradient off of a colored dip, but I don't know. I probably could have done these a little thinner. Definitely some of them could have been done a little thinner. I mean, look at that one. That one's thick. She thick. I don't know if you can see it like the other ones, but she thick. Anyways, this was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. The video instructions were ready when I was ready, which was great. I got the box yesterday. I waited until today because I worked yesterday. Today's my day off because I had to work the weekend. Yeah, I made this last week. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a good kit. I'm looking forward to future ones. I hope that they will be as time consuming, really. They're good. It was a good one. I had a lot of fun. I've said that like 20 times now. Thank you so much for staying with me and hanging out with me. And I will see you this time next week. Stay safe.